Welcome to the stream, everybody. As you can see, we are looking at an Alienware machine for once. And this is all brought on by the fact that I was binge reading a bunch of issues of Computer Gaming World. And very much when I was subscribed to that magazine a long time ago, it was during the Windows XP era. And I started looking through it and I was like, man, I really want to mess with Windows XP, but I don't really have a good machine to use it on. And I thought, well, I could swap the SSD in the 98 build, put Windows XP on that, but we could do better, I feel. And that machine, while it has an XP grade GPU, it's ultimately held back by the CPU. So I was like, wait a minute. Right before my life kind of got turned upside down with the house flooring being done, somebody gave me a Alienware machine still in the laptop case that it came in originally. And I was like, wait a minute, I should go to get that out and see what it needs and if I can get it working for either free or dirt cheap. So that's how I ended up with this machine here. And it's a pretty cool little machine despite some reservations I have with this stuff. I also realize to unfortunately put a break in right here. I left the furnace on and I should probably go turn it off. So I'll be right back. Okay. So this machine is interesting to say the least because it is this is before Dell had bought out Alienware. So Alienware at the time was just selling, I want to say, rebrand, like other companies built their machines and they just rebranded them and added their own little flair to it. So this laptop that I'm streaming from right now is actually just a Clevo machine. And it's pretty, I guess it's pretty well equipped. And also, it's hard for me to even read the screen because, as you can see, this is very high resolution for the time, as we can see here. And we are on a GeForce Go 6800. So I'm not sure if that's going to be, how much better that's going to be than the card in the 98 build, but yeah, it's there. So go to my computer. This is a Pentium 4 3.6 gigahertz. Now, this is not a Pentium 4 mobile. This is a full-fledged LGA 775 desktop Pentium 4 in this thick laptop case. It's just crazy how thick this thing is. And what's interesting too is they did not put any of that space to waste. They put in a really good cooling system that, even though this is a desktop Pentium 4, and I believe it's a Prescott, which we're not known for running cool, the fan speed on this thing actually doesn't get too high. Like, it's not super loud. My 98 build is actually louder than this system is, which is, I mean, to do with the CPU fan, it's like pretty damn ancient at this point, and probably the bearings are going out. But yeah, this system is actually quieter than the 98 build, even running at full tilt, which is pretty cool. Even now, as I'm using it, the fans are like almost dead silent. Unfortunately, this thing does have some issues, though. Right as I say that, the fans come on. The optical drive is completely busted, so I had to figure out how to get around that. And actually, there is a way around that. If I go and restart the machine, let it go into BIOS. Here we are. We got 2 gigs of RAM. Quite all right for the time period. There's our Pentium 4. And yeah, this is a 2005 system, which is, it's a thing. Not much to say about it. But if we go to boot, we actually have USB boot options here, and that is just kind of profound to me because back then, USB booting was not guaranteed in the slightest. A lot of laptops would require you boot from optical, and this supports USB boot. Now, I've tried USB CD-ROMs, and they do not seem to work, but I was able to boot this from a USB flash drive to install Windows XP. So, very nice to see that on here, and it made it a lot easier to get an OS on here because I thought we were cooked because of, not being able to use the optical drive because it's dead. Like, mega dead. Another thing that I want to call attention to here is despite this saying SATA, this machine has no SATA in it. I want to have a word with whoever at Promise Technology decided to name this particular controller, because this is just regular ATA. I had to actually get a PC or a IDE SSD out of one of my other machines to put in here because the hard drive was bad, or one of them was bad. So, imagine my surprise when I boot into BIOS to see what kind of drive this thing has before I tear into it. I see this, and I'm like, oh, cool, I've got zillions SATA drives. I can just throw one in here. And it's not SATA, it's IDE. I was so mad. I was just... because I have, like, no IDE drives in stock. Oh, hey. Hey, Gutbomb. Hey, Frodo Jedi. Nice to see you guys. I was just about to launch into a rant about how Promise Technology are a bunch of liars, and this machine does not have SATA. Well, I was kind of getting into that rant, but... yeah. Not a lot of us have IDE stock, so... I had to kind of think on my feet because I have one good IDE spinning drive, and it's like 20 gigabytes, and it's an IBM DeskStar, and those are known for dying. So, yeah, not a good situation. I might take you up on that, actually, Gutbomb, because, again, I have one spare left, and that's it. So, I need to... what I hate is that those IDE to mSATA adapters are going up in price. Because I used to be able to get a 128 gig mSATA SSD in one of those adapters for like around $20. And now you're going to be spending like 30 something to get the very same thing. And I'm kind of at a point in my life where, yeah, I can afford it, but also I would prefer to hang on to my money. So, anyway, let's just reboot the stupid thing. I robbed the SSD out of my Titanium PowerBook because that machine's kind of not really seeing much use at the moment. So, I figured this machine's going to be seeing quite a bit of use because I'm kind of in my Windows era at the moment. Yeah, Gutbomb, I'll get in touch with you like later about that because that would be very much appreciated just to have it on hand. Also, what makes me laugh a little bit is as I was getting this machine set up, because the optical drive is completely toast, I was trying to get Daemon Tools working on this, and I need to turn that down. My bad. I'm gonna need to make some on-the-fly adjustments to the sound, because I'm gonna be using headphones with an audio splitter. So I need to adjust the sound so it doesn't, like, blow my ears out either. But, We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, Daemon Tools. They for I guess for the later versions they just didn't have a free version of Daemon Tools anymore. I mean they did, but you had to activate it, and those servers are probably long gone at this point, and I don't feel like dealing with that crap. So turns out the version I had for Windows 98 installed perfectly fine and just works. So I'm gonna do some cleanup here. And we're going to do an audio test to dial in my settings here because the malware works great. Yeah, no. The old version runs perfectly fine on XP, so I roll with that. So, I believe if I go here and remind myself where this stupid thing is. For a gaming laptop, the keyboard on here is not terrible. I am very impressed. I will put on my headphones. Yeah, it is a laptop. I have a Windows XP like desktop I need to build, but I'm also missing a bunch of parts for it. They're all like inconsequential parts. Oh, oh. Yeah, I have. I actually have quite a few desktop IDE drives. Sadly, not laptop. Those are the ones I'm very much out of. I've got like 3 desktop drives left. So I'm gonna do some audio here. And of course we gotta some people who know where I'm going with this know what we're about to play. But we gotta do some homage here to the late Stan Lepard. Anyway, that's most of what everybody hears. So I was expecting to get a copyright claim because I've actually uploaded an unlisted video of me playing that on this machine. And nothing. Nothing at all. So I thankfully think that is copyright free as it should be. Because thankfully I think Microsoft are not complete and total dicks about it. So, yeah. And no one gets to hear that because generally when they're installing XP, it doesn't nail the sound drivers for a shot, and they don't get to hear the awesome intro music. Anyway, let's have some fun. I've not really set this machine up to the maximum that I want it to be, so we're going to be doing a lot of screwing about here and wonderful stuff. And yeah, as you guys may have also seen, and when the BIOS was starting, or when we're starting up in the BIOS, this thing has room for 2 drives. I've never seen that in a laptop. Like, maybe it was a common thing on the higher end for laptops back then, but I've never seen a laptop IDE cable with two connectors on it. So let's play some video games. So you may have seen me playing this yesterday, but we're gonna be mean to this machine. Let's see what this machine can do. Oh yeah, I've seen two double SATA before. I've just never seen double IDE. I had to do it. Alright. I'm gonna make this system cry. Oh, I hear the fans a whining. This is gonna be great. If this machine can manage a playable frame rate, I will be very impressed. There's no way.
Play.
There's no way. No way. No way. This does not feel like it should be able to do this. What the hell?
Red flag taken. Red flag returned.
This is running almost max settings. I can't believe it.
Blue flag taken.
You know,
Red flag taken. Red flag returned.
I'm very impressed.
Red flag returned. Blue flag taken.
100
Blue flag returned.
100 FPS. What? This doesn't feel like it should be possible. Ooh, Serious Sam's a good one, actually. Oh, fuck.
Red flag taken.
Oh. Folks, I did not expect this system to do this good. You know, let's be a little meaner to it and give it like a bigger map to play with.
Play.
All right. This is where the 98 machine absolutely blew it.
Under construction.
Let's see what
Red
happens.
power node under construction. Blue power node under construction.
Oh my god, it actually went under 50 for once.
Red power node under construction.
Yeah, if there's like some weird graphical glitching on the capture, that's just the cheap card that I'm using. It happens. Not much I can do about it.
Blue power node under.
Alright, we've played enough Unreal Tournament. Oh, I was trying... My mind just autopiloted so hard right there, I'm sorry. See where our attempts are at after that. Nah, it was completely fine on my end, so it was probably the capture. I'm feeding this a really weird resolution. So... it's trying its best to upscale it to 1080p. I want to try that. I want to see that, actually. Let me try this again. Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it now.
Play.
Get away from that. That's my vehicle. That's my vehicle. That's my vehicle.
Red power node under construction. Under construction.
Typical. Yeah, whatever. It does that, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about it. Yeah, thankfully it's not the GPU in here. I would be very sad if it were. So, I guess in fitting with what I usually do here, I actually need to get this thing back on the network, so... I've not installed Quake 3. I am terrible. Of course, I mean, this is a foregone conclusion. This thing is just gonna destroy Quake 3. Let's see what other games I have real quick that I could put on here. Okay, you can have your restart. I don't care. Hmm. Oh yeah, I have Turok. It's a shame that game kind of handles like crap, though. I also have the official game of I knew Larian Studios before they were cool, which is Divine Divinity, but that game will run just fine on like anything of this era. It's not a demanding game at all. I don't have a lot of games on here really. Let's see. Let's hit archive.org. No, I'm still here. I'm just looking at archive.org at the moment. I'm actually grabbing a copy of Serious Sam as we speak. Heck, screw it. Download everything. Why the hell not? Okay. So let's play some Quake while that does its thing. gonna say that's the highest we can go without messing something up. Of course, this doesn't map to widescreen very well, so like what you guys are seeing right now on capture is what I'm seeing on the screen. It's cut off, and it seems to do that, I guess.
Welcome to Quake 3 Arena to begin combat. Jump here to reach the armor. A gladiator's goal is to get the most crap.
Surprising absolutely no one, it runs the game really, really well. Though I wonder if it's going to have the stuttering issue that the 98 build has. Let's find out. Yeah, it does.
Taken the lead. 3 frags left. 2 frags left.
Yeah, surprising absolutely no one, it runs it perfectly. I know, but like you notice how they walk, right?
You win. Perfect. Tier 1.
Like it's weird. It might be. I need to get my 9600 out and try it on that again and see if I have the same issue. Because that machine cannot run Quake perfectly. I would say it's playable, but only just. I mean, this is, besides the stuttering, I mean, this is alright. I mean, it doesn't hurt too much. You know, I should just load up a bot game, like a bot multiplayer game, and just have at it. Oh yeah, like I am very impressed with how some of these games just continue to run just fine on new hardware. Like, I'm pretty sure, I think I can just install Unreal Tournament only apply the official Epic patches to it,
Frags left.
and it'll just run fine on my Windows 11 machine.
One frag left.
Trying not to go on a tangent about Apple here, because my brain is telling me to do it, but I'm not going to.
You win. Perfect.
Serious Sam is still downloading, so can't get that going just yet. I just hate how Apple has this perpetual
Phobos.
thing where they just look forward at any, like, they don't look back no matter what. And I think that's what's going to, like, murder their gaming efforts, if we're honest here.
You have taken the lead.
I think killing 32-bit support was probably going to, like, they only did that to make things less complicated for making, like, the Intel emulators for Apple Silicon, but still, it just sucks. Like, it's not even killing 32-bit support either. It's like Apple just keeps doing this stupid thing where they will change the underpinnings of Mac OS between versions for no seemingly good reason, and that causes app compatibility to just break. But like, before I was kind of interrupted there by our little friend here. I just hate that Apple changes things under the hood so often. It's like an app even made like, oh what, like 2 years ago doesn't run unless it's updated to work on new Mac OS versions. And I don't think, like, not every developer is going to be able to keep their apps updated perpetually. Especially game developers. Oh no, like, I would imagine gaming in Windows is just better because, like, Microsoft doesn't, for the most part, like, all the graphics APIs are there and Microsoft doesn't really mess with them like Apple, when they moved off from Mojave, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're deprecating deprecating, however you want to pronounce it, OpenGL, because screw you. Holy shit.
3 frags left.
God, I hate Bobo so much. He's such an asshole. Even on low difficulty. Phobos is a giant.
2 frags left.
I'm very surprised I have not died yet. I feel like Mac gaming was in its, like... Mac gaming was, like, in its prime before the Intel transition.
perfect.
I can't believe I eked out a perfect on that one. That... Ugh. Anyway, Serious Sam is almost done. Let's go ahead and get that installed. Oh boy, I remember Service Pack 2 being the introduction of this wonderful stuff. Visual Studio Code. Like, I say that it's like the glory days is before Intel because I think what happened after the Intel transition is a lot of game studios were just like, why would we release a Mac game when you can just run Windows on your Mac? Like, you could probably just pirate Windows if you want it so bad and just do it that way. I mean, for a minute there, the tech press was all like, hey, yo, the best Windows machine to buy is actually a Mac. Because I really think the late 2000s was really like the dark age of PC laptop design. They just really sucked at it. All right. So let's do things. Well, that's extracting. Gonna find our network cable here. Excuse me, I'm pretty sure that network cable is very much plugged in. What the hell are you talking about? There we go. Oh no, he's actually putting a Windows machine and Windows XP machine on the internet. Everything's gonna blow up. Windows Update doesn't even work anymore. Go away. I have actually fully patched this system up to everything Service Pack 2 can receive with Windows Update restored, so I'm not running fully unpatched here. I could put this thing up to Service Pack 3, but I've heard that's only really recommended for like newer machines that can run XP. Like older machines like this do not benefit and actually experience a slowdown with Service Pack 3. Anyway, let's do things. Let's hit this with the hammer. Alright, it's copying to my NAS as we speak. Oh, lovely. We are about to get slammed by some rain. Hope the power doesn't go out. Anyway. Yeah, but we're under one of the, the power company that just is like safety third, everybody. We don't give a shit about we don't give a shit about our infrastructure, therefore, screw you. What's interesting is all of our power lines are underground, and yet somehow they still mess it up. Also, for some godforsaken reason, the copy to my NAS is taking forever. I usually get 100 megabytes a second to it, but I'm only getting 10. Let's pull up my router control panel. Something feels off here. Oh. I see the problem. I don't know why this happens. But, something has gone wrong with the link from my 2.5 gig switch to the router, and it has negotiated a link of 100 megabits. So the stream will run perfectly fine because my uplink is like, my uplink is 200, but the stream is only using 10 megabits of that, so that's why the copying is taking forever, because my link to back to the main network is only 100 megabits at the moment. I'm going to do a Mac 84 here, and I'm going to very quickly reset the link. Actually, I'm going to wait for this transfer to finish. But yeah, normally what I have to do whenever this happens, I'm not sure why my router does this. I think it's my router. But I usually just have to disconnect and reconnect the switch, and it'll renegotiate back to 2.5. Ethernet is dumb. So in a minute here, we are going to go offline for just a moment. It should hopefully come back. Okay. Here goes nothing. Okay, I think we are back. I think we are back. If anybody is still in the chat, can you let me know if we are back? And yeah, there we go. It is... The router has renegotiated to 2.5. So now we have full speed again. I hope this doesn't mean I have to replace the Ethernet cable going into my room, because that's going to be a royal pain to navigate. Anyway. That's more like it. I need to ask my friend if he has any more Cat 6 cable, maybe start looking into rewiring the link going into my room, because I feel like this is gonna become a problem if I keep letting it go. You know what else I could do just for giggles? Let's bring this on over here too. So it's also kind of neat, and part of the reason why I think this system does so well, something I discovered when I was messing about in the control panels. To call this up, it's going to take its sweet time to do so. But it's using a 16-lane PCI Express like bus for this card. So that's pretty thick. Because this is right as PCIe was like becoming a thing. Then again, this laptop very much has, like, if you look at the specs compared to the time, this laptop has spared no expense written all over it. I do wonder if it's like, if there's a better LGA 775 chip that would work in here. Would be hilarious, like, I know the chipset won't support it, obviously, but it would be hilarious to be like, Core 2 Extreme! And one of the nice things about 3D Mark, and a practice I think everybody should be doing, is for old applications that they no longer support, they give you the license for it. So before we go into serious Sam, let's just let this thing eat on some 3D Mark 01. This thing is 100% going to destroy 3D Mark. I also had some concerns about this laptop because I noticed one of the fans would not actually spin unless you like manually started it. And by that I mean like I had to insert a paper clip and kind of push it to start it. It wasn't seized or anything, it just didn't want to like turn unless it was getting enough power. And it would just twitch like it was trying to start up. But no, everything's running great, so maybe my fears were a little unfounded. It's Max Payne, but better. I'm just kidding, don't come for me. That sounds like a fun time. I had no idea what Mad Onion was until 3D Mark. I like this part of the benchmark because, like, you look at a game like this looks a lot more modern than it could be. Like, the graphics for this one look a lot, like, ahead of their time. Huh. Whatever happened to Mad Onion, I wonder, because, I know 3D Mark is now, like, Underwriters Laboratories now. So they went, okay, so they went directly into UL. Okay. I didn't know if they, like, got bought up by someone else who then got bought up by UL, or if it was just straight up they went to UL. Neat. their gaming stuff and their gaming stuff ended up becoming Angry Birds. I'm joking, by the way. So, huh. So it looks like Mad Onion became Future Mark, but Mad Onion was originally part of Remedy. They had developed a benchmarking tool for Remedy and then kind of broke off and became their own thing. And then Future Mark was bought by UL in 2014, so 10 years ago. So, huh. So they sold off to Rovio in 2012. Neat. Yeah, I'm looking at the game now. Well, it only lists one game, Shattered Horizon. Looks like according to ratings it was like a solid like middle of the ground game. Not good, not bad. Kind of eh. All right, fun was had. Oh, DirectX 7. This machine's gonna just destroy this poor game. Voodoo 3. Oh no. I'm probably gonna lose my PC gamer cred here, but I've never owned a Voodoo card. Nope. Hey Garth, how you doing? I would like to get one to experience one, but they are worth way too much money. Ugh. Let's go find a key for this game. I've given Crow Team money. I've given them money. People, people can shut up. I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't want a Steam key. It just. I want the old, like the old version key. Like. There we go. Okay. I know that feeling. We got a property inspection notice, which I mean is like not unexpected because usually this is around the time of year that we get that kind of stuff. So I've been like cleaning stuff up and such, but also not worrying about it too much because I mean our house is kind of already cleaned up because of the floors, so not much to do. In fact, I need to check on something because oh, shut up. Where is my package? Still in Arlington, Texas. Because, yeah, I want to get the, one of the things I need to get done because, I want to do some, like I said in my last video, I have stuff I want to do, but my workbench is just gone because, the MDD's parts are all laid out across it because I need to finish the power supply up. And I have an order from Mouser for the remaining capacitors, but that doesn't get here until tomorrow, and I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so it's probably going to have to wait until Monday, and I'm just like, ah. So I'm going to use the excuse that April Apples is going to, like, isn't just for Apple II stuff, and I can post all the Mac content I meant to post, but didn't get around to. I still think, though it's not exactly going to be sneaking it in if he's still watching, but I still think a Dale Gribble reference should be snuck in somewhere. PC stuff. Yeah, it's like did I just like brain fart right there? I think I did. Oopsie. It's funny because like I've had all like I've gotten all this PC stuff for Marcintosh. Like I have Marcintosh content I should probably be doing like I don't know. I still have not. And Garth is probably going to like be like what is wrong with you? I've still not put the upgraded RAM into the 9600. because I just haven't had the time. Also, the shelf it's on is kind of buried because I had to move a bunch of stuff around in the garage. So everything's kind of just a mess. Okay. Oh boy. Hey, Gut Bomb, your site's broken. Oh. I tried to send you memes over email and it just said no. Ooh, X-Fire. That's a core memory right there. Um, so Garth, if you want to like run a site like Exodium.net, I just run my site through DreamHost, and it's like $8 a month. All right, let's give Gut Bomb what he wants. Well, I guess I'll try Serious Sam first. I love you, Gut Bomb, but with all due respect, fuck GoDaddy. Literally anybody but GoDaddy. They're cheap, but that's about it.
Sam, I am. Here comes trouble.
Idiot. Cloudflare, yeah, you got that one. Okay, something I want to say is I am not using my El Cheapo headphones for this machine. I have a headphone jack splitter on this thing, so it isn't even giving me full output. I have to turn down the volume for my headphones because it is driving them that hard. Again, this machine is very much like they spared no expense with the components. I'm just gonna boost you guys up in post here. Some people don't really have much nostalgia for XP. I think XP is both simultaneously infuriating, only infuriating by the fact that people held on to it for so long, and people were still trying to daily it, even though it was very much surpassed by Windows 7. But also, the other thing is Windows XP was when Windows 2000 came to the masses. And I think that kind of in and of itself makes it a little bit nostalgic. Because it's when Windows kind of got a lot better. Because Windows 9X was just... We all saw the famous video where it crashed as they were trying to demo it. And Bill Gates was like laughing like, haha, I'm gonna fire your sorry ass. XP is kind of where Microsoft got their act together, but then Vista happened. Oh my god, it actually has WASD as default. I can't believe it. Also, this is like reminding me I should probably go back and actually beat for before first encounter. Got bomb, you suggested Serious Sam, I swear on my life. Hey Amber, I liked Serious Sam 3. I thought it was alright. I didn't mind it so much. But also, I've never really played 1 and 2, so maybe my judgment will change on that. Ooh, 1060, that's a good one. Okay, for 1990, this game came out in 97, right? This is pretty good graphics for 97.
Ready for battle.
Oh, there we go. Fix your site finally. Took you long enough. Jeez, got bomb losing your touch. Okay, Gut Bomb. We're gonna shame Gut Bomb because his side is still broken. Your site lies. How dare you? Oh right, browser cache. I forgot about that. Anyway, I hope you got the reference. What the? I do not have a line on that, unfortunately. But from what I understand, like some of the people who replied to that whole tweet when it was happening, apparently Arca Noe, or however you pronounce their name, they're not the ones being dicks about it. It was actually like, I believe it's at IBM's behest that they do that, which tracks. Also, Matthias, hello. Let me read your comment here, if I pronounced your name correctly. Aluminum powered G4 technology waistband makes a beep, but I can hear the fans running, but nothing pops up on the screen. Generally, if it's beeping at you, that's a RAM issue. Usually. Oh, baby, dual wielding. Also, Matthias, if you, oh, hold on a minute. Oh, that's just mean. Okay. So, I don't know what aluminum power book you have, but if it's one of the newer ones, like, there's new ones that take, or newer ones that take DDR2 and, DDR2 RAM, and you have to use relatively old, DDR2 to get them to work, because if you try to use more modern DDR2, they get angry. So it's 2005, it might be. I believe if you look in the battery compartment and next to the serial number, where it'll list all the specs in the battery compartment, And if it says anywhere DLSD, you have one of the newer ones. And those are the ones that get picky about which DDR2 you use. Yeah, the PRAM battery is also something that should probably go as well. It's not, like, strictly required, but the PRAM batteries and the G4s tend to not leak, but why leave it to chance? Oh boy, I might actually get sucked into this game. It's actually pretty neat. What the f... You know what's kind of interesting to think about is my watch has 64 gigs of storage on it. Cars having disk space should not be a thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, these guys. I hate... Oh no, I hate these guys so much. Clears are so bad in Serious Sam 3. Yeah, I know it's a movement shooter. It's just... I'm not used to the way Serious Sam plays. I suppose, like, it's... I mean, I suppose Serious Sam 3 kind of keeps the movement at least faithful, because, like, this feels like Serious Sam 3 to me. Like, I'm just like, oh god, this feels exactly like that game in the way it handles. Oh wait, I came in that way. Now let's try try 2. All right, see you, Garth. Thanks for coming by. What I am very impressed with, so because Tech Ambrosia just showed up, I figure we'll go back over this for her because so first off, we got one of these bad boys in here. PCIe 6800, quite nice. Then to make things even better, we've got a full desktop Pentium 4 in here. 3.6 gigahertz. And this thing runs, like earlier in the stream, I turned Unreal Tournament 2004 all the way up. And it just said, I can do it. And it did it. It ran it no problem. Very few dips below 60. I couldn't believe my eyes. And this is not exactly running at a low resolution for the time either. Like I said, I never wanted to like touch a Pentium 4 system. And I expected this thing to be 50 different kinds of cursed. But this is just, the more I use this machine, the more I like it. Like, this machine almost has me considering putting off building a desktop Pentium, or a desktop XP system. What? Is this DRM'd? I swear if this is DRM'd. I want to say it's Prescott. It's LGA 775. Actually, let me look. Let me look it up. According to Google, it is indeed Prescott. All right, bye, Retro See you around. All right, let's grab CPU Z for this thing. Put this to bed. This thing has a fairly beefy heatsink on it. Thankfully, this system is very serviceable for what it is. They put the GPU on its own module that is accessible via a hatch at the bottom. So you're able to just pull that out independently and service it. The CPU heatsink is also on its own module. So you can pull that out, repaste it, do whatever. It's easily, like, I never was a fan of Clevo laptops, but this one actually is really, I really like this laptop. I didn't think I would, but I really like it. I'm just going to dump this in the root folder because I am feeling lazy today. No. All right. Bear all your secrets for me, computer. Yeah, boy. It's a Prescott. This actually has EM64T and neat. I did not know that. And it's hyper threaded. Huh. So the person I bought this, well, I didn't buy this, they gave it to me. He's actually in our Discord server. He's Stinkerton. That's the guy who gave this to me. He told me about this, and he's the original owner of this machine, and he beat the absolute crap out of it because he bought it for programming work, from what I understand. So if this thing is still running, I think it'll be fine. Speedfan, for whatever reason, takes 10 years to start up. Hey, Amber, is there a better program for monitoring temperatures on XP, perchance? Because I feel like if anybody's going to know, you would. I would also argue the heatsink on this thing is beefy, is like ridiculously beefy. It is like solid copper. Furthermore, it is not only is it solid copper, it's like, I want to say it's got more thermal, like it's got more surface area than Intel's stock coolers at the time. And this thing has fairly beefy fans. It has like dual big ass fans blowing through it, so it doesn't surprise me it's able to keep it cool. Yeah, I'm not necessarily looking for fan control. I'm just looking for monitor temps. Which version? I love how they have a DOS version. Portable version. Hmm? Screw it. We'll try the latest one then. Or nope, they have an archive too. Let's download it and see what happens. Copy to there. Wow, it still runs. It still runs. That's great. I really need to apply the Royale theme to this too, because yeah, it's very much clear this system's like earned its place in my fleet. Somebody in our local Discord was like, "Yo, if you end up not wanting that thing I wanted, like maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I think now this thing is earned a place in my setup here." So I'm not seeing a temp reading here. I think this is only able to grab temps from the drives. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess we'll see. The only thing I don't like about SpeedFan is that it doesn't seem to have any kind of graphs. So I can't keep it running in the background and it will tell me what the temperatures, like what the maximum temperature was while I was running a game. I guess I could just leave it running and try to catch it before it, like, thermally settles. And yeah, I know this is from before when, like, things kind of got a little more standardized as far as, like, thermal monitoring. So things are really, like, up in the air on whether you can even do it. This is where I'd also like just if I could flip the laptop upside down, I would just put my infrared thermometer on it and see how hot it gets, but that's more trouble than it's worth. You would think. It's weird that SpeedFan can see it, but HW Info can't. Well, I guess let's try this out and see. Let's just load up a game, I guess. So right. Gotta do the thing real quick. Again, I still can't believe this system can pull this off. Alright, Bacchus, thank you for joining.
Red power node under construction. Blue power node under construction.
Dude, where's my car?
Blue power node under construction.
Alright, Amber, thank you for stopping by. See you around.
Blue power node under construction. Red power node under construction.
I might actually call it myself here in a minute because I'm kind of like out of ideas.
Power node destroyed.
Can anybody tell that I've come into this stream totally prepared?
Red power node under construction.
Alright. See, I'm going to say that CPU temp and it only got to 60 Celsius. I'll have to take pictures of this thing, like, take out the heatsink and show it off. Actually, I think I've done that already. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because I'm going to actually just end stream in a second here. Delicious. Come on. Come on. Okay. Now we can go. Let me see if I can find, because I did show this off in a Discord. Where are you? Okay. Open in browser. So open in browser. Okay, so just gonna close everything incriminating, like the secret plan to take GarthBeagle.com away. So let me swap over to my main monitor here, and I'll very quickly show off what we're working with here. So this is the heatsink for that Prescott. This is all copper, like big copper blocks. And you've got two fans up here blowing right through them. And this is just all a big copper block too. So it's just like, holy moly. Also, here's the Prescott. Delicious. But anyway, there's the GPU up towards the front of the machine. It's on its own little module with its own little fan, which is pretty cool. And you can disassemble the module and replace the thermal paste. Like, this laptop is so, like, interestingly built, and I love it. But yeah, that's kind of it for this stream. I've been going for, if OBS is correct, I've been going for about 2 hours now. So yeah, good time to call it, because I need to get more games, because most of the games I have are for Windows 98, that era, and this system really isn't going to get tested by those games. So I need to get like more current games. Yes, I will add Max Payne to the roster at some point. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I'm gonna just go ahead and call it, and I need to do another stream with this machine at some point with better games and get it a little more kitted out the way I want it. Because when I went into this, I first didn't know if I was actually going to be keeping the machine around, but now it's earned its place. So I'm gonna do it up the way I would, and maybe we'll do another stream next week and do some more stuff with it. But until then, I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching, and feel free to throw a like on this if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, to steal a phrase from Linus, and I'll see you guys later.